Hi, I'm Oliver, and welcome to today's discussion. So, today is not a discussion of a book, but rather discussions about comments that you've left. I've either responded to you. If I haven't, I'll probably respond to your comments right now. And for all the other people who haven't read through the comments, this will be a chance for you to take part into the discussion. So, I've put out comments that I've received either on here on YouTube or on Facebook or on Twitter. And I plan on doing this every month. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll do them every 2 months, every 6 months. We'll see. So let's get going. All right, so I'm gonna start talking about two comments that were left at, even though they were comments left on a specific video, feels like they were talking about the channel in general. So the first one is a comment by Invoking Rainbows. Invoking Rainbows here. Um, so the comment was basically a constructive criticism that was left on my review of Official Book Club Selection. And the point made was that maybe I should make the review shorter, etc. Well, here's the thing. Personally, I like my videos longer. I always feel when videos are like 2, 3, or 4 minutes, I don't get enough money for my bucks. I'm like, what else? Stop. I don't want to read the abstract or the resume. I want to have the whole discussion. That's first, so that's personal taste. I prefer longer video. Second, I talk way too much to be able to edit down videos to 3 or 4 minutes. I can't. I physically cannot. And third, yes, there are reviews, but they're discussion about, plot points and character development and stuff like that, and I don't feel like I could do that in 3, 4, or even 5 minutes. So, there you go. I hope that explains it, and sorry. The second comment I want to discuss was left on my review of Imre Kertész, Être sans destin, or Faithless or Fatelessness. And it's a little bit similar to the other comment left on Official Book Club Selection. The comment being that she likes the comment was left by, oh wow, it's Paul or it's Pau. Sorry. And the comments basically referring to the fact that it was spoiler heavy. Well, I'll try to make a point to always warn people from now on, but yes, this channel is not only a review, but like a book club. So once again, let's discuss plot point and character development. Was the ending satisfying? I'm gonna talk about it all. All of it. Alright, let's now talk about two comments left on, or referring to, Under the Dome by Stephen King. So, the first comment was from Jean Harrogate, or Harrogate, that you can see here. And it was about the fact that the main character of the book, Big Jim, who's the mayor, and really the one stirring the shitstorm of it all, had a signed photo of Sarah Palin. Well, a part of the book is the complete disdain of Big Jim towards the current president, American president, aka President Barack Obama. So, on one hand, we're maybe meant to think or believe, or I'm sure it's especially based on this, it would appear that Big Jim is a Republican who has a disdain of the Democrat Party, right? And I was basically also saying that I was somewhat surprised that he had a picture of he proudly put on display a picture of a powerful woman because he seemed to be a little bit misogynistic. That's what I said in the reply to Jean Harrogate, or Harrogate. Well, yeah, Harrogate, probably. Well, I was thinking about it over and over, and I was thinking, is the character of Big Jim really misogynistic? He certainly seemed to be display behavior that would be misogynistic, xenophobic, or racist. I mean, one of the reasons why he doesn't like Barack Obama is the fact that his middle name is Hussein, etc., etc. But I think he just hates everyone. I just think he feels superior and more entitled than everyone else. So, I think he's just an asshole, really. What do you think? The other comment that was put in regard to Under the Dome, I received it on my Twitter account. And it was from Christina Gonzalez. And she was excited that it was going to be turned into a miniseries. Preach! I can't wait for the Under the Dome miniseries. And she said that, you can see the comment here, that if the premonition weren't from the Leatherheads, maybe they were from God. Ooh, I hadn't think about that at all. Because I was making the point in my review that children were having premonition about the big pumpkin and the fire, etc., etc. And that I was thinking maybe the Leatherhead were trying to warn the people, but yet it seems to be in complete disconnect. Well, one part of the book is this discussion about the existence of God. And I don't know why I didn't put two together. And thank you, Miss Gonzalez, because it would be plausible that they were visioned from God, the ultimate power, the benevolent force, who is warning people about, if this is not resolved right away, this is what's awaiting you. So, good point. Good point. My jaw dropped on. That's why when I received that, I was like, oh my God. Brilliant. 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 And she, of course, suggested that I read The Stand. I've read that. And 11/22/63, which I'm not huge about, but, she recommended it, and another person recommended it, so probably gonna give it a try. Now, the next comment was left regarding the book 2312, and it was just a very small comment complaining about the fact that the book was heavy. I feel ya, and all I have to say is switch to an e-reader. It will save your life, and it will save you tons of money in terms of chiropractor services. So, you're welcome. You're welcome. So, the next comment was left in regard to Cheryl Cole, My Story. And it basically confirmed something that I was thinking, because it's an autobiography of a female pop star in the UK, and I was complaining about certain parts of the book that had been overlooked and that I felt were still an important part of her life. And Anya Bumba basically pointed out that, you're right, but the part that's missing from the book had been talked about in the media a lot, and what the singer Cheryl Cole seems to be doing in her memoir was to talk instead about all the misleading stories about her. So it could be fair to conclude that what's been written about Girls Aloud has mainly been true, and what hadn't been true, she corrected it in her novel. Fair enough. So let's now talk about Cloud Atlas, the great book by David Mitchell. Well, great book. Challenging, rewarding book by David Mitchell. So in my review, I made the point that the fabricants were cyborg, and as Pogigino pointed out, that is it really implied that the fabricants are cyborg? I thought they were just clones of the purebloods. I don't know why I implied that they were cyborgs. They said they're just clones. I guess you could say that they were clones. I don't remember where I saw it that they were cyborgs. Was that even made clear? Were they clones or cyborg? Or I think what I made that they were cyborg was the fact that there were just a few models that were repeated over and over, as opposed to individual copy of a certain person. So I think that's what I extrapolated out of this. And yeah, what do you guys think? A commentary by Jack River really did, well, pointed me towards something that I had missed. So if you've read Cloud Atlas or watched the story, you know that there's, or watched the movie, you know that there are many stories put in parallel. And one of the story is the one of an elderly man who is caught in a elderly facility, and he's lost his, you know, the will to choose or whatever. He cannot get out. He's stuck in there. And I sort of dismissed it. I did not like it. You know, it still doesn't change the fact that I still did not enjoy it. But as Jack River 1999 pointed out, that it was a foreshadowing of the totalitarian state that was to come further on in the stories. And now that I can look at it through this very obvious comparison, I don't know why I missed it, it makes me appreciate it a lot more, so thank you. Now there's a comment by Francisco Endor, who said, funny book review, thank you, and that he would not read the book and just watch the movie. I watched the movie, and you know, I'm not one of those purists who's like, oh, the book, the movie, whatever, but you know, sometimes some of them are better and the other, it's not a law that's written in stone. And I would be tempted to say that yes, the movie, well, the movie Cloud Atlas to me really does hold its own to the book. So if you just watch the movie and not read the book, I think it'd be enough for you. And another comment left on the Imre Kertész book was a comment left by 222 Revenge. And he was talking about the anti-Semitism sentiment of the book. Well, it was a book about the Holocaust, so I feel like anti-Semitism sentiment is something to be expected, right? I know it's touchy-feely, but I expected it. It was normal. It's an account, and if that's what happened, let's not sugarcoat it and just say exactly, let's call a cat a cat. If that's what happened, then it happened.